Hey, what's up YouTube fam? Brandon Weaver here once again, and today we're talking about don't pay debt collectors. Do not pay collectors. Okay, don't pay debt collectors. First, they are not the original creditor. Hey man, I didn't make no contract with you, right? That's exactly it. You didn't make a contract with them. And in many instances, the debt collector didn't buy the original contract from them. So, what does that mean they have on you? They've got a big old portfolio of a bunch of different people's collection accounts that have been charged off, which means after 180 days of not paying, they've charged off the account from the original creditor, and they said they're wiping it off their balance sheet. It's uncollectible, all right? As a business owner, I'd be like, hey man, look, these people ain't paying. Let's wipe this stuff off. Let's get this off our balance sheet, and let's take a tax break on this. That's right, a loss, a tax loss, or I'm gonna call up my insurance people. Hey man, so-and-so didn't pay. I got a whole bunch of people who didn't pay. I need to get my insurance on this, all right? Collect on that way. Or I'm gonna call up a collector and be like, look, I got a whole portfolio of collection accounts that have been charged off, and I'm gonna send them to you. Now, if you want the original contracts, that's gonna be hard for me to come up with. It's gonna be 3 or 4 times as much money to get you those original contracts. And that's what happens. These people who collect, these debt collectors that you don't wanna pay, don't pay debt collector, okay? They've got a portfolio. A collector has purchased a snapshot or paper, a snapshot of the original debt from an original creditor. They do not, in most cases, have an original signed contract, wet ink signature, with your signature on it. Why? Because it would cost them 3 or 4 times as much to purchase that. What they're purchasing is a snapshot of these outrageous charges and fees and interest, a whole bunch of them grouped together from original creditors that they have purchased as an investment from people who have charged it off already. That does not tie you to this account, all right? So-and-so could write up any statement or balance or whatever that you'll get in the mail. That's what you usually get, right? You'll usually get something that says, oh, you owe X amount of dollars, right? Man, I don't owe these people nothing, Jack, all right? I don't owe them nothing, and you don't owe them anything. The reason you don't owe them anything is because you never made an agreement with them, and not only that, they don't have any contract for you to pay it. It must be validated by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. For it to reappear on your credit reports, it must be verified 100% by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act and the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And that's what we're asking them to validate when they are in violation of these practices, of these laws that protect you and protect me. In fact, I was sued by a collector. A lot of you may or may not know that I was sued by a collector, and I got a lawyer. I was very fortunate that I got a good deal with a lawyer. Called up this lawyer in panic. I'm like, hey man, you know, what are we gonna do? What's going on? How are we gonna fight these guys? And he was like, relax. In many instances, they don't have the proof to collect on this debt. Sometimes they don't even have a license in your state to collect. This happened to my partner as well. They did not have a license to collect in the state that they were trying to collect. A lot of these collectors will call you and they'll use intimidating tactics. They'll frighten you and they'll make you feel almost as if you're a bad person, that you're not paying them this money that they can't even prove and substantiate is yours. So back to the lawyer. We went, I think, 6 months waiting for some type of settlement or deal. The collector just backed out of the entire thing. In general, they just dropped the case. They wanted nothing to do with it. What they want was easy money. Easy money. They wanted a default judgment. They wanted something where you were just not going to show up. I was going to show up to court, but they just wanted, you know, somebody who wasn't going to show up. Somebody who's going to put their head in the sand and not even worry about it. That's the difference between other people out there and the people that are here learning about this. We fight them head on. We don't put our head in the sand, and we continue the process. We can send debt validation letters directly to the collector. You can send dispute letters directly to the credit bureaus. And many times, a lot of this stuff cannot be substantiated. You have to remember that many times the creditor has already written it off and potentially getting a tax break on it. So the collector, okay, so the creditor who purchased from a collector really isn't even supposed to be collecting on it because they would be getting an unjust enrichment, almost like a double enrichment. So someone has already gotten a payment from the original creditor in the form of a tax break, and now they're selling it again, and now people are making double the money on it, triple the money. People are trying to collect on it. when they can't even collect on it. What I want you to remember is you do not have to pay these collectors if they're not substantiating the debt. In many cases, they can't substantiate the debt. If you need powerful letters, you can get them at 609creditrepair.com. You can send letters directly to the collectors. You can send letters directly to the credit bureaus. And many times these old, obsolete, unverifiable accounts are deleted. Deleted, man, and your credit score goes up. My credit score went through the roof. I've had many people whose credit scores have gone way up after getting these old, nasty collectors out of the way. 609creditrepair.com, or we can do it for you. So if a collector calls you, man, you just tell them, hey man, don't be calling me no more, all right? You're harassing me, okay? Listen to me. You need to do all correspondence in the mail. Boop, and that's the end of it. Or you can send them a letter in the mail if you don't even want to talk to them on the phone, if they're intimidating you and you're worried about talking to them. Some people don't like to talk to them. You send them a letter in the mail. You say, do all my correspondence via mail. Hopefully you are not getting any calls from debt collectors. If you are, you can use a cease and desist letter, because in many instances, not only are they trying to intimidate you, do scare tactics, tell you they're going to ding your credit, so forth and so on and on and on and nonsense. Trying to offer you deals too. They'll try and offer you deals. Oh, 50% of what you owe. Or can you pay $1? You can pay this. I've even seen somebody re-age an account, a collector re-age an account by saying that this person paid $1. That's a nasty business. The reason they did that is because they were trying to extend the statutes of limitation on collecting on that debt. Now, the statutes of limitation in your state are all different. So take a look, Google it, see what the statutes of limitation on collecting debt are in your state. Because once it's outside that statute, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, they can't sue you, they can't call you, they can't come after you. Now, a lot of times it stays on the credit report. It's a zombie debt, they can't collect on it. So you can dispute that joker. Also, check my video out on zombie debt. It's gonna be up here. If you're not sure what zombie debt is, I got an awesome video on zombie debts. And once it's outside the statute of limitation, they can't sue you. Now, if they were to try and come after you during that statute of limitation, you know that they have to substantiate it with a signed contract. So even if they try to take you to court, they a lot of times cannot collect, much like in my situation when they try to take me to court, they could not collect. So don't sweat it. Do not sweat it. You are in the right. And these collectors, these jokers, will do all sorts of nasty things. Like I said, like re-age accounts, say that somebody miraculously paid $1 to re-age it. They will send statements saying you owe this and try and confuse you, saying that's verification when it's not. You have to be cautious, because there's even people out there who are doing scams, who will say they're collectors, who say that you owe them money, and that you don't. It's not even the correct situation. So make sure you get proof first. Another thing that really fires me up about these people is that they will make you pay on interest and debt and all sorts of things that you aren't even paying down on the principal of the balance, and they will say that they're going to update your report and things are going to be better for your credit, but it doesn't help your credit score. By paying a collector, it doesn't help your credit score. And they will try and use all sorts of things like say, yeah, we'll let the credit bureaus know and they'll update your report and they'll say paid is full and this and that. These jokers aren't going to help you out. You want to dispute this negative stuff off your credit reports and get these jokers gone and done with. That's why you don't want to pay them. Also, it's in the past, guys. I want to lighten things up for you on that. And understand it's not your fault, okay? Just because you had a setback or something, hey, we've all been there, right? As something happened, you had something collections, I want you to move forward with your life. I want you paying $500, $1,000, $5,000 to somebody that doesn't even have proof that it's your debt. You can use that for something else. You can go on a vacation. You can start your business. You can even buy Bitcoin, invest in that, make money on that. Even that's even better than paying off some old debt that doesn't mean anything anymore. You can contribute to the economy in a positive way, in a positive light, allowing commerce to continue. These old, obsolete, outdated debts are way gone. They're way in the past. Many of them are 3, 5, 6 years old. It's too old, guys, and it's not your fault. I'm here to tell you, you're with the best, and we believe that you are the brightest, that you know that these old debts are not going to help you or anyone else. It's time for you to move on with your life. It is not your fault. In a lot of situations, you just were not taught about credit, debt, mortgages, cars, loans, any of this nature. All these financial courses were not in high school. A lot of times they were removed from high school math textbooks to make sure that people didn't know how this stuff operated and worked. Interest rates, paying things on time, how to keep a budget. These very simple things were nowhere. Nowhere. I know I didn't get any of that stuff. I would have enjoyed that stuff because now I understand how much it was a hindrance in my own life. I'm here for you. We're here for you. My team in Pittsburgh can do the disputes for you. We've got letters, ebooks, everything that you ever need at 609creditrepair.com. I personally have been recommending the package that has my video course in it. It walks you through the process. It's got ebooks and letters on how to remove hard inquiries, how to get out of check systems. It's phenomenal, guys. We have all the ebooks, videos, and letters for you at 609creditrepair.com. And if you're worried, we have videos in our package to walk you through the process. It's super easy. I just had a buddy who was telling me about how much easier, it was fun. It walks you through the process. It's very hands-on. I show you how to fill out the letters, where to send them to, how to remove hard inquiries, how to get out of check systems, how to remove tax liens. The list goes on and on. HIPAA laws, all sorts of stuff that we talk about here on the YouTube videos, but one condensed package for you. So you've got it all at one spot at 609creditrepair.com. Now, these collectors who have purchased a portfolio of debt where they don't have the original signed contract on it, where they must abide by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act and the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, if they're not doing such, you can report them to the Better Business Bureau, the CFPB, the FTC. You can take them to small claims court. We have an ebook and a whole glossary on how to sue and win without a lawyer. All the acts, sections that you can sue under in small claims court, $1,000 in your pocket for unverified accounts, each unverified account, 2, 3, or 4 of those on each bureau. That's a significant, substantial amount of winnings and earnings to you. I want you to know that the law is on your side. I didn't realize that for so long, and I held up my own life. Now really thinking about it, and really understanding that I could have had a much more free life way sooner, years, even before I came to Los Angeles. I'm out here in nature, reconnecting, enjoying a holiday weekend. I could have been doing this 7, 8 years ago if I had known about this type of stuff, this type of laws that were protecting me. I could have gotten rid of this junk years ago, and I don't know where I would have been. But I'm glad I'm here now with you, sharing this information. So if you need anything, you can shoot me an email. Debt collectors are holding you back from having the life that you deserve. I deserved a lot more. My family deserved a lot more. You deserve a lot more. Your family deserves a lot more. I didn't realize how much they were holding me down emotionally, psychologically, physically, monetarily, everything. And they don't have any reason to do so. The law is not on their side, it's on your side. The law is not saying that they're allowed to do what they're doing, and they're doing it, and they're messing up your lives. And I get fired up about it because I get calls, I get emails of people who are not able to enjoy their life, get the home that they want, get the car that they want, get the business that they want, go on and travel, enjoy their lives, do whatever it is that they want to do with their lives, and they're getting up and they're going to work and doing things that they don't want to do. People are worried and filing bankruptcy and all this nonsense where they don't have to. I've seen it happen. I remember when I was younger and I was working and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get out of that? I went through surgery after surgery after surgery, like what is going to help me? And I finally found that there is recourse, there's laws that can help you. So you can get the help that you deserve. You do not have to live like a second-class citizen where you can't get utilities turned on. I remember I couldn't get utilities turned on. I'd have co-signing for all of that stuff. You can have the life of your dreams, and collectors are on the other side. I believe that they are using a lot of intimidating tactics. They're not following the laws. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you should be able to get that substantiated credit report or get that stuff off your credit report. Guys, if this video helped you out, please give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications for the next time I go live. Throw some comments in the comment section. Let me know what the collectors have done to you and how I can help you with that, answering your questions. Shoot me an email, and I will see you guys on the other side. Take care. Do not pay collectors. Don't pay collectors. And that's why you should not pay debt collectors.